Oh yeah. I'm making this video a bit on the fly. Did you see that video I put up the other night? There was a bunch of I suppose left-wing people talking rubbish, as they do. But it had me think, because I did watch it before I put it up, obviously. It's frightening, isn't it? How out of touch these people are. Some say, yeah, they're just completely crazy. Okay, yeah, I would probably go along with that. But does that mean that everybody that believes in these ideologies, if you like, is certifiable? Or are some of them just brainwashed and can be brought back? It's an interesting question, you know, and I do wonder about it, because you have to ask yourself then, when it comes to saving Ireland, if you like, is it worth saving for this crowd? Like, Jesus, like, they really are out of their fucking minds, and they don't make any sense. Even as they sit there with their PhDs and talk very eloquently and all that kind of thing, and think they're making lots of sense and think they're absolutely on the right side. Whereas, say an alien ship landed and some grey got out and just walked up to her and says, by the way, yeah, he was speaking English. Say he was speaking English. He was from an English-speaking solar system. And he said, listen, we're from far away and we're much more intelligent and advanced than you people. But we were just witnessing what you were saying there, and we decided to land and tell you you're fucking crazy and wrong. Yeah. And the way they go on about this particular woman, I think the quiet one with the black hair, she reminds me of someone, by the way, that I used to know. Going on about like Ireland has changed and what it means to be Irish has changed. Really? Just because you say it, like, that just makes it a reality? That makes it so? No! No! It hasn't changed. Being Irish takes more than just walking in on a fucking, or getting off a fucking plane. Or getting off a fucking boat. There's a lot more to it. Where is this woman coming from? Where is her head? But you can see within her, she absolutely believes this. And it's kind of like, fucking hell. And this woman thinks she's educated. Educated. But to what degree? Educated to be a fucking loon? And she goes on about this kind of like, you know, people coming into the country and all this, Ireland's changed and all that. But never addressing the fundamental point of, this was forced upon us. We were not asked. And by the way, they are not refugees, which is, I'm sure she would absolutely disagree with as well, because she's fucking certifiably insane. I won't even get into the other ones on that conversation, because fuck me. Oh, good God. Oh. Oh. Now, I've met people like this in bars and things like that, and I've been able to walk away. And it's good as well when you watch these things, you can turn them off. But I did suffer through this one last night because I wanted to put it up. So I wanted to see the whole thing, you know. I wanted to see how bad it was. And I wasn't let down. It was, it came through for me. I thought at one stage one of them was starting to just divert off the path that was being promoted, and all of a sudden they came right back. I thought they were going to go somewhere else, but they didn't. I was hopeful. I was kind of like, oh, go on, go on, go on, go on, go on. No. But yeah, no. Listen. Again, I posed the question: can some of these people be saved? I don't think any of our crew on that thing last night can be. But I wonder, can some of these people be saved? You can imagine if we were to have a revolution and take our country back, what would you do with them? Now, I know it's a term that's quite it's not popular, obviously, but re-education camps. I think we'd need them. I'm sorry. People would argue, no, because that's the whole, I go, yeah, but like, seriously, have you seen this? All right, yeah, Warren, yeah, okay, right, one or two then. Well, a few, okay, for a year or two, as long as it takes, because Jesus, Now that was just the refugee thing. Again, like, you can't even approach them with facts or anything. I mean, they're too far gone. But it's like the education they get. I think that they want that to be told these things, because if they walked in there, I suppose, in a kind of a way that they were open-minded to a lot of ideas and realities, surely they'd be questioning some of these things. But the fact that they just swallow it whole, and then pronounce it with such enthusiasm and surety, worries me. I do think these people are insane. And I think they were insane before they were even given this ridiculous education. And that's just my opinion. It could be the chemicals in the water. It could be the chemicals in the air. It could be all sorts of things we don't even know about that they're using against us. It doesn't work on me, though. But it's unfortunate. I wish it did sometimes, because I'd love to just sit in a pub or something and watch a football match with a mask and not be worrying about all this shit, because look at my fucking wrinkles on my fucking forehead, my grey beard, my grey hair, I'm smoking more. I could go on all night, by the way. I'm in one of those moods. But I won't, because then I know I'll say something that I shouldn't, and I'll delete it. And then I'll go, for fuck's sake, I sat on a fucking sofa for an hour, and then I had to delete it. What a waste of time. I could have been in a bath.